Hi Marlo, my name is Ashley, and today I'm going to be walking you through this session today. Before we begin, I have some information for you, and I'm going to read it to make sure that I cover everything. You probably already have a good idea of why we asked you here, but let me go over it again briefly. We're asking people to try using a website we're working on to see whether it works as intended. The session should take about a half hour or less. The first thing I want to make clear right away is that we're testing the site, not you. You can't do anything wrong here. In fact, this is probably the one place where you don't have to worry about making mistakes. As you use the site, I'm going to ask you as much as possible to try to think out loud, to say what you're looking at, what you're trying to do, and what you're thinking. This will be a big help to us. Also, don't worry if you're going to hurt our feelings. We're trying to improve the site, so we need your honest reactions. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask them. I may not be able to answer them right away since we're interested in seeing how people do when they don't have someone sitting next to them to help. But if you still have any questions when we're done, I'll try answering them then. And if you need to take a break at any point, just let me know. You may have noticed the microphone. With your permission, we are going to record what happens on the screen and our conversation. The recording will only be used to help us figure out how to improve the site and won't be seen by anyone except the people working on the project. And it helps me because I don't have to take that much notes. Also, there are a few people from the web design team observing another room. They can't see us, just the screen. If you would, I'm going to ask you to sign a simple permission form for us. This just says that we have your permission to record you and the recording will only be seen by the people working on the project. Okay. Now, do you have any questions so far?
Nope.
All right, before we start looking at the site, I would like to ask you a few questions. First, what's your occupation?
I am a full-time student.
Okay. Now, roughly how many hours a week altogether, just a ballpark estimate, would you say you spend using the internet, including web browsing and email at work and at home? Or school, I guess.
I don't know, maybe 6 hours.
Okay. What's the split between email and browsing? A rough percentage.
I browse a lot more, probably 20 email, 80 web browsing.
Okay. What kinds of sites do you look at when you browse the web?
Social media sites, online shopping, and that's probably it. I mean, 2 big categories.
Okay. Do you have any favorite websites?
Twitter, Tumblr. I like to shop on Amazon a lot. That's probably it.
Okay, great. Now that we're done with questions, we can start looking at things. All right, so first I'm going to ask you to look at this page, the one that you're currently on,
Okay.
and tell me what you make of it. What strikes you about it? What site do you think this is? What can you do here and what it's for? Just look around and do a little narrative.
So this is a Zappos.com web browser. The categories are all at the top and on the side. The ads are the biggest thing. That's the first thing I see. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's cluttered, overwhelmed? Do you think it's anything like
I think
that?
it's a pretty simple, but I mean, obviously I'm not seeing images here, so it might look a little bit more cluttered if there's more stimulus on the page. Also, I know it's a prototype, but some of the fonts are really small, so that makes me look a little harder at the content.
Okay, all right. Okay, so, thanks. Now I'm going to ask you to do some specific tasks.
Okay.
I'm going to read them aloud and then give you a printed copy. I'm also going to ask you to do these tasks without using search. We'll learn a lot more about how well the site works that way. Again, as much as possible, it will help us if you think out loud as you're going along. So, the task that you're going to do today is you're going to find the men's Adidas Running Vigor 6TR shoe. You want to find reviews for it and then you're going to add it to your cart.
Okay. Should I go ahead and start?
Yes.
Okay, so it could be under shoes here, but that's not clickable. So I would go under men's and then shoes here. All right, and that takes me to all men's shoes. There are more ads. I'm looking for a running shoe.
Yes.
So it would be an athletic shoe. Okay. I guess it would be running here because I don't think we're picking a certain shoe yet. And then we have these options. So I'd click this one, that's the one we want. Okay. This shows all the information for the shoe. I don't see any reviews here, but I can add it to my cart here. Maybe there are reviews here. But,
yeah, this is good. So okay. So would you say that it was helpful that this website stated that there are no reviews for certain shoes and there were some for ones that are?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so thank you. This was pretty helpful. So you were commenting on how the font like still small?
I think so.
Else?
There is a definite like hierarchy, so some of the titles are a little bit bigger, which helps a lot.
Yeah.
And like the sections are a little bit bigger,
Right.
which show the different types of shoes. And the highlights help me automatically look at them.
Okay, cool.
That's good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I believe that concludes our session. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.